Hi, Sue Lawson here. Jim Tierney, Digital Anarchy. Actually, his booth has been so busy I just haven't been able to get to it because he's got a new product that he is introducing. It's called Transcriptive, and it is what we have all been missing. Jim, tell me a little bit about it.
All right, well, it's a plugin for Premiere Pro that does automated transcriptions. The way it works is you select the sequence in your Premiere project that has the audio you want to transcribe. You upload it, well, you select that. We upload it to the cloud using either IBM's Watson or another service called Speechmatics, and that transcribes it. We get the transcription back, and we display it in a panel within Premiere, and you can actually edit the text within Premiere or within the panel. And once you've edited it, you can clean it back, you can play it back, and as you play it back, the video plays, you can see the waveform, you can click on the words within the panel and it will jump to that point in the timeline. You can see that we have timecode. If we have multiple speakers, it also identifies speakers.
Very, very. I love the fact that it is completely editable within the panel. I love the fact that like we have, which is probably erase all the clips. Now, is it highlighted in red? Is that something that Transcriptive did? Is that something that we can do ourselves?
Yeah, so it does try to identify words it thinks might be wrong. If you do see a word in red, the odds are it's incorrect, but there are words that it misses. So you really want to do kind of like listen back. You can actually play it back 1.5 times or 2 times faster than real time. And so if you're just kind of like reading along, that's a really good way of doing it. There's a couple ways of editing. You can either be in sort of a word processor mode where you just select the, just like you would in any text editor. You can make changes like this, you can move around, you can select words or characters. But you can also not be in this mode. And if you're just playing things along, and for example, if I want to, this is incorrectly capitalized, right? So I can just use a keyboard shortcut to make it lowercase and then keep going. I don't actually have to go into word processing mode where I have to take the cursor, highlight the C in cup and then type it in. I can just go hit the down arrow and it just makes it lowercase automatically.
I like this. I like the fact that obviously it's taking me to that spot in the timeline, that spot in the clip, which makes it easy for me to start doing. Really, I can start trimming at that point.
Yeah.
I can sit there and say, okay, I want to go from here to here. I can start pulling my sound bites. I think as an editor, it's going to make me a little bit more efficient.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot more efficient, which means to my clients, you're saving money by getting this, because I'll be using it on my system, so you should be using it on yours.
One other cool thing that you can do is export it to Premiere markers, and so you have the entire transcript in your timeline window. And so you can actually see the text that's being spoken at any given point.
And it's searchable.
And it's all searchable. So you can come down to the markers panel, type in, say, Watson, and it will find where that's being said, and you can jump right to those points. And so it's a very efficient, great workflow tool.
Now I see that we have export here as well, which means I can export a hard copy of this?
Yeah, sure. You can export to plain text. You can export to SRT file, STL, VTT. These are all closed caption, subtitling file formats. And so if you want to move this to a different program, that's an easy thing to do.
Or something that I could then print up and give to...
Yes, for sure. And then you can save it out as different types of file formats for captions, subtitles, YouTube SEO, all sorts of cool stuff. And then the speech services we're having the users sign up with directly. Speechmatics is 7 cents a minute. Watson is 2 cents a minute. But currently, or at least the way it's been, is Watson gives you 1,000 minutes for free. So you can transcribe 16 hours of audio for free with Watson before you have to pay the 2 cents a minute. The difference is Speechmatics is the better, it gives you better results. If you have great clean audio, Watson and Speechmatics are pretty comparable. Speechmatics might be a little bit better, but they're pretty accurate, about 95% accuracy. If you have noisy audio, like if we were transcribing this on the show floor with all the background noise, you'd want to use Speechmatics. Speechmatics is going to be definitely better for noisy audio.
Now, what's the turnaround time usually? Any idea?
It's about 3 to 4 times faster than real time. So if you have a 30-minute segment, it takes 10-ish minutes to do it.
Is this also the type of thing that if, God forbid, I'm working at 2 o'clock in the morning, I can get something transcribed? Or is this
Well, no, it's just an artificial intelligence.
So any time of day.
Any time of day, and yeah, it's just uploads it. The algorithms process it, and they kick back a text file to us, and then we load that into the panel with the correct time code, and then allow you to kind of clean it up if you need to, and then export it to where you need to get it to.
Awesome. Transcriptive is transformative, as are all the products at Digital Anarchy. Check them out. Jim Tierney, Sue Lawson, NAB 2017. This guy keeps doing amazing things. He and his team,
That's right.
awesome, awesome. They make my life easier.